plan to start off discussing today is one very interesting topic, that is localization and internationalization. So let's begin discussing this very important concept of localization and internationalization. So internationalization, one of the longest words that we come across in English, internationalization. So it's a process of designing an application so that it can be adapted to various languages, regions without engineering changes. So we would like to create an application, and that application should itself adapt based on local preferences or particular region, a country or a place within a country and so on, a part of the country. Based on the local preferences, the program should adapt itself. Now, what do you mean by adapt itself? Say I'm launching an application and somebody sitting in Maharashtra opens that application. I hopefully want that particular thing to be in a format which is readable for a Maharashtrian, means it should be in Marathi. But if somebody in Tamil Nadu opens the same application, it should be in Tamil. And somebody in Punjab opens it, it should be in Gurumukhi. Early days, when this kind of requirements were, when companies came across this kind of requirements, especially in the web-related application, believe me, they ended up maintaining multiple websites for the same kind of products. That means companies like Procter & Gamble or other kind of companies which have presence in more than 150 countries across the globe. Think about them, how difficult it will be for those kind of companies to create multiple instances of the same application. And what is different in those applications? Only the look and feel is different. The contents actually remain the same, but only the appearance, the text can differ, the color combinations can differ, but the message that they want to convey will still remain the same. The language could differ, but if there is a product, the name of the product could appear in Marathi or it could appear in English. Say I say Gillette, Gillette in Marathi is Gillette, and Gillette in English is also Gillette, Gillette blades if I talk about. But then maintaining those many websites, tomorrow if I update the price of some product, so I'll have to go in for all those kind of websites, and I have to update on each of that website. I have to update that particular product. Will it not be a problem maintaining such an application? And there is this concept of internationalization comes into handy. So it's a process of designing an application so that it can be adapted to various language and regions without engineering changes. That means I will not do a single line of change in my application, and the application should adapt itself to the change requirement, region or preferences of a particular area. When we talk about this particular internationalization, in most of the languages, even in Oracle, you will come across a module called as I18N. So this I18N, over here we will come across a package called as I18N. Somewhere in languages, you will come across a module called as I18N. I and N, internationalization, in between there are 18 characters, 18 letters. So it is like international, I18N. That's a very common name that you'll come across in most of the languages, I18N. It can be a name of a module, name of a package, whatever it is, but I18N. Keep in mind, even in advanced Java, there is a library called as I18N that we have to use when we go ahead with Java, JSP and servlets. So it provides you all the support that we are going to learn over here. That's for web application. Currently, we'll do it only for a desktop application. Even in SQL, we have an entire module called as I18N. So this is a very common term, internationalization, and that is required everywhere. Even in a database, I would like to store the names. Somebody in UK may punch the name in English, somebody in China will punch the name in Mandarin, and somebody in Pakistan may punch the name in Urdu, and somebody in India may punch the name in Hindi. So even the database have to have a support for different languages. That can also be done. So we are now going to look at this particular internationalization, I18N. Between I and A, that there are 18 characters. I and N, there are 18 characters. So localization is the process of adapting software of specific region or language by adding local specific component and translating text. This is what I'm going to show you today. Local specific, region specific. There are some colors, there are some text. They are preferred in some region, and some colors are thought to be bad in some region. So it's not just about the text, it's about the text, the colors, the sound, everything can be customized to suit to the requirement or expectation of a particular region. So we're going to localize the application. We're going to make our application appear in such a fashion that is according to the preferences of that particular region. It's according to the preferences of that particular region. So in addition, language changes, culturally dependent elements such as dates, numbers, currencies must also be translated. Say you are going to display the rate of the product. In India, it should be with rupees. And same thing if you are in America, it should be in dollars. So the currency should also change. It should not happen that you are displaying some application where there are some charges and you display that charge in dinar in India. Now, how you are going to understand what this dinar is or yen or ruble is? You would like to display that charges in rupees. So it should automatically adapt. We should not force the user to make some settings and then it should adapt. It should automatically adapt based on the preferences, user's location. The goal is to design a localization so that no coding changes are required. So this decision has to be taken very early. You as a designer of an application have to think in advance. Do I really foresee a requirement where my application is going to run in different regions and you want that application to adapt to the requirement of different regions? If that's the case, then you should think about this localization. So you will have to design the application in totally different fashion. The messages have to be written in different fashion. The way we have used this message format and all those things we'll have to use now. And only then you can fulfill those kind of requirements. So decision to create a version of an application for international use often happens at the start of the development. That means it cannot be the case that I develop an application and later I say, let me make it internationalize or localize. That's not going to happen. Right at the beginning, when you start designing an application, you'll have to decide whether you would like to localize that particular application or not. The entire mechanism of coding is actually going to change. The way we write the code is actually going to change if you want to create a localized application. So localization means region and language aware software. So region for currency or other kind of thing, language for that particular preference of that particular area. Region and language aware software. So the software should adapt. The interface should immediately adapt itself based on the preferences of that particular region or that particular language. Dates, numbers, currencies, everything should be formatted for the specific countries. Apply ability to plug in data, country specific data without changing code. Look at this. Let's take a hypothetical scenario. You have launched your product in SAARC countries, in India, and tomorrow you thought of launching the same product in Sri Lanka. And Sinhalese is the most commonly used spoken language in Sri Lanka. So if I have to, application should now have all the interface, all the reports being printed in Sinhalese, that would be a challenge for me. At least the UI should be in Sinhalese so that that fellow who is from Sri Lanka can actually understand the statements. या आपने कोई मैसेज दे दिया ऊपर सबसे ऊपर saying कृपया आपका नाम बताइए. That Hindi is not somebody that Sinhalese will understand. Yeah, please enter your name. That's something that Sinhalese may not understand. Yeah, UK guy gets to see a message in Hindi. Will it make any sense for him? There is a dialog box that pops up with some error message, and the message comes in Tamil to you in Maharashtra. Will you understand what that message says? So it should be like, without you being required to make a single line change to your code, the program, I should be in a position to plug in the data of the language that I now come across. So I can keep language specific, that means this localization data outside my application. I can attach it to my application as and when I want. I can detach it from my application as and when I want. So I want to provide a support for that particular language. I need not have a Java developer for that purpose. I can have a language expert ask him for the translation and plug in the data with my application as and when I want, and remove that particular data which has been plugged into my application as and when I want. So without engineering any changes in your code, your application should adapt to the requirement of different regions and different languages. So international programs has to have following characteristics. What are those? An executable can run in global market with addition of localized data. That means any new territory that you plan to launch your application, the same application should run, but with the localized information, with the preferences of that region. Elements that are specific to local market are stored outside the source code, retrieved dynamically. That means I'm going to have some bundles in which I'll store local specific information, and when the application run in that area, region, that automatically the bundle can be popped out. The data from that bundle can be taken. Cultural dependent data appears in the format that conforms to the user end user's region and language. So every region, every country have their own preferences. I said not just the currency and other kind. We saw about that French and German for the 1000 separator and the decimal point, they use comma. So for a French guy, I would like to use comma whenever that whenever that decimal point has to be given. So it should automatically adapt. I should not be forced to make the changes in the source code. And that is something that we can achieve by using this concept of localization. When you come down for advanced Java concept, will actually take it to the next level. Now it is going to be weird in this particular standalone application. We'll have to ask the user, आपके machine का local regional settings क्या है, which we can detect by using system class, runtime class, कि आपके machine का local default local we can actually identify आपने regional settings में जो किया होगा. But then, if you create a web application, I cannot hold myself back from sharing the use case for you. If I'm creating a web application, my application hosted on one server, and there are 4 people accessing from 4 different continents. Somebody's accessing it from Europe, somebody's accessing from America, somebody's accessing from Australia, and somebody's accessing from somewhere in China or something like that. Okay, so let's say countries. Somebody's from UK, another is from China, third is from somewhere in say Sri Lanka, kind of thing. So what I want to do is, one point, 4 people access my application from 4 different countries, have different languages. The output, the page that gets displayed to them, the interface, the form that gets displayed to them should be in their language. That is something that we can achieve, because as I said, we can identify what is the default local of your system. Likewise, on a web server, when a user makes a request, you go ahead typing google.com. The moment you type google.com, does Google server can identify where is this request coming from. So we can design an application identifying where is the user located physically, in which part of the world he is located. And depending on which part of the world he is located, we will generate our response in the format which is as per the preferences of that region of the country, of the world. That's something that we could do, but it takes efforts, but one-time efforts. Think about scenario, if you had to have different application for different regions, and सबको याद करना अरे google.com for those who speak English, and google.mr.com for Marathi, and google.hi.com for Hindi. And it would be difficult. You just have to say google.com, everything works fine. It takes you to that particular web page, and it gives you the response that you would like to have. But it's our e-commerce site, so I would like to have the interface as per the user preference. I was not going to click those flags. A lot of websites you see that English, Hindi kind of thing, go and click the flags. And if you're not just, it's going to provide information 2-3 different languages, 150 different languages, तो आपका web page तो 150 language के flags दिखाने में चला जाएगा. So I'm saying it should automatically identify browser कहाँ है, कौन से country में से request आ रहा है. I'm just telling you the use case, how to what extent we can extend this particular concept. Foundation यही रहेगा जो हम लोग अभी आज के lecture में discuss करेंगे. But where we can use it tomorrow when we create an application, it should identify from which part of the world this request is coming from, and accordingly वो zone identify करके output page उसी language में दिखाना चाहिए based on the place from where the request is coming. Such things can be done by using this localization. So you don't, maintenance of applications actually becomes easier, but then creation is totally different. With addition of localized data, the same executable can run worldwide. That means it will only be one application, say every place. But depending on the local, different outputs will get generated. The text messages, the GUI component labels are not hard coded in the program. The way we write messages, how do you write a message? If I have to say somebody, say, please enter your name, you write system.out.println, please enter your name. No way. We cannot write in this particular fashion now, because please enter the name will be understood by only an English speaking person, will not be understood by a person who does not know English language. So if he said, I know only Marathi, then Krupaya aple now Ankit Kara, that's the kind of message that should go to him in Marathi. And if it's Tamil, it should go to him in Tamil. That means then system.out.println, and I'm going to write switch case for 150 languages. Weird. No. I'm going to write one message using message format kind of example, where the data will get substituted from different resource bundles that are residing outside the application. So there is some data, local specific data that is residing outside the application, and we dynamically we're going to pop out from that bundle the translated data and then substitute in an application. Depending on user should only identify from which region he is, and then accordingly all the data from that particular bundle will be popped out. So we can have as many different languages we would like to support, that many different bundles we can keep it outside, and those bundles ke andar se the data will be dynamically popped out and inserted in an application. That's the kind of program we plan to write today. Support for new language does not require recompilation. So my application is already running, and then on runtime itself, I would like to provide a support for one more language. No issues, because this local specific data, translated text are not going to reside inside the application, they're going to reside outside the application. So I can just supply any language at any point of time, and on the fly, it can start supporting new language as well. Culture dependent data such as dates, currencies appear in the format to confirm the end user's region and language preferences, and it can be localized quickly. we only require language expert. We don't require Java developer to do that. Once the Java developer had designed that application, it should not be like only a language expert will come and design, create an application. No, somebody who has taken this particular efforts to design an application, in future, we only require language expert. I'm not talking about programming languages. I'm talking about natural languages like Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Kannada, Urdu, whatever it is. I just require a language expert. Otherwise, हम लोग वो Google Translate पे ज़्यादा भरोसा करेंगे, and then it translates literally. Some sentences, your message will be conveyed in a wrong way, so it will be difficult. So we require language expert who understands the translation, who can do the translation for us in different languages. That's what we require. So primary goal, task of localization is to translating the user interface elements and documentation. Two things: interface, UI, that has to be translated. Second is documentation. Because somebody is going to access your application, the documentation also has to be in that particular language. Otherwise, he will not be in a position to use your application. It will not just involve changing the language interaction, but also relevant things like numbers, dates, currencies, and so on. Sometimes even the sounds and images also needs to be localized. They are also culturally sensitive. Some part of the world, black color is thought to be very bad, and some part of the world, black color is thought to be the best color. Now you will have to. Some part of the world, green color is preferred. Some part of the world, green is not preferred. So even the background colors and everything will also have to change as per the region's preferences. We never know what kind of choice people have at different places. So depending on their choice, we'll have to display the thing. Not that you like this particular color combination, so you'll continue using that color combination. But if you have thought about this internationalization early days, then it is easy to localize for a particular language and character encoding scheme. But if you have not thought it beforehand, it's just like almost creating a new application altogether. So if it's localize a sample application, text-based interface, localize menu, currencies, and other things we'll have to localize. So if I show you menu something like this, we will actually have to display each of that line in different languages, so that the set to French, English, set to Chinese, set to Marathi should that set to Marathi मध्ये set करा असा काहीतरी message आला पाहिजे. Otherwise, how is somebody going to understand? Somebody understands only English, only Chinese, and you show this menu to him, he will not understand a single word out of it. So we have to think differently. So local specific specifies a particular language and country. We have been using this local in all the formatting classes. Now it's time for us to see the use case of those things. So when you talk about language, it's Alpha 2 or Alpha 3 ISO 639 code, and these are 2 characters or 3 characters at times. So normally 2 characters normally. We saw this. We have seen this like EN for English, ES for Spanish, MR for Marathi, HI for Hindi. These are language codes. And note, all language codes are in small case. All language codes are in small case. That's always the case as per the standards. But if you talk about country code, it's like UNM49. That's the area code which is there. ISO 3166. This was ISO 369 for language. ISO 3166. You can just go and Google search. It will give you the country code for all the countries or the regions within that particular country. You can get those codes. But all of them in capital case. US for United States, ES for Spain, IN for India, PK for Pakistan, and so on. And they are all in uppercase. So if you want to construct a local object, you can only specify the language. You can specify language and country. Now, especially for language like English and Spanish, it's spoken across in different countries in different phase. So I could say Spanish spoken in Brazil and Spanish spoken in Spain. 2 different things. I could say Hindi spoken in India and Hindi spoken in Suriname. Yeah, Hindi is another very commonly spoken language in South Africa, America. Suriname is a country where you have around 25% people speaking Hindi. So, and I'm not joking, go and check it out. So, string language and country code. So, let's say Punjabi in Pakistan and Punjabi in Hindi, India. So, in that case, language is the same, Punjabi, but countries are 2 different countries. So, there are some changes which happens in different countries. There are some words, meanings, and certain things can actually change. So, we can actually specify the language and country. I think I specified by mistake in the 2 times. And third one is variant. Country, language, country, and variant. Now, variant is like a dialect. So there is a language which is Hindi is a language is spoken in India, and I said Hindi is a language spoken in Suriname as well. So I could say Hindi is spoken in Suriname and Hindi is spoken in India. I could say that, but that would not be good enough. But Hindi is spoken in India, but in Bihar the way Hindi is spoken is different. In Madhya Pradesh the Hindi spoken is different. In Rajasthan the way Hindi is spoken is different. So I can also have variant dialect. So that language can be Hindi, but Bhojpuri is also kind of Hindi. And the Marwadi is also a kind of Hindi. They may, I think they also use the same Devanagari script. But the way they speak, the dialect actually keeps on changing from Rajasthan to Madhya Pradesh to Bihar. The Hindi will actually change. It's a Hindi hard belt, but even then the language will change. Even in Madhya Pradesh, from Gwalior to the south of Madhya Pradesh, the language, the way it is spoken will change. So actually, even in Maharashtra, we have Marathi over here in Pune. That's assumed to be the most, what do you say, proper Marathi, you can say. And then you go to Satara, it will be full of words that you'll be scared to hear. If you go towards Vidarbha and other places, you'll have irony and other kind of thing. It's and then the language is Marathi, but the way they spoken is actually different. It's a different dialect of the same language. So we can give the language code, we can give the country code, we can also give the variant, the dialect of that particular language. That can also be done. Unfortunately, we do not have any dialect for Indian languages that is supported in Java as of now. For Japanese, for Chinese, the support is available as of now. Maybe in future it can provide, or if it doesn't provide, we can provide one. Java 7, you can use local.builder class to build local instance. So either we can use these constructors from local class, or we have local builder, and this local builder mein it's easy. Then you don't have to memorize अरे पहला के language code pass करना है या दूसरा country code pass करना है. Don't worry. Says .set language code .set region and then build. So you can call these methods in any order. Local.builder.set region and then set language, any order. Just say build. It will construct a local object and give it to you. Or you could say language.for language tag, and you can just specify the combination language and country. That can also give you. So these are factory methods which are available. So you had an option on going for constructors, or you can go in for this factory method. I prefer this factory method, wherein I'm not bothered about the order in which it has to pass. I just say build and it will construct a local object and give it to me. Now, while we are doing this, we should be aware of this concept of resource bundles. Now, what are these resource bundles? That is what I have been talking about. These are bundles in which we'll store the country, the region specific data outside the application. And this will be dynamically linked to your application. It will pick up from that application. How I'll explain as it how it identifies which bundle is to be picked up, because you may have provided support for 4 languages. So how does it know from which bundle it should take the translated data? That can be done. There is a naming mechanism that we have to just keep a track of. If you can do that, that will work for you. So there's a concept called as resource bundle. Designing for localization begins with designing an application so that all text, sound, image can be replaced at runtime with appropriate elements of region and culture design. That is our goal. So the text, sound, and images we need to replace inside our application based on the preferences of that particular region. So this resource bundle contains key value combination. Those who come from Python background, dictionary, key value, and for us also, it's just key value, a dictionary, regular dictionary. You have phone number and the name of the person kind of thing. A dictionary. There's a key value combination that will be stored, and this can be stored in a class file or it can be stored in a .properties file. So your choice. You can create a class file in which all this personalized data has been stored, but properties file is what I prefer. I'll tell you the difference between the class file and the properties file. If I create a class in which I stored all the localized data, then tomorrow if I have to provide support for one more region, I'll have to create one class in which I have give the localized data and recompile that class, compile that class and keep it ready. But properties file, I don't have to compile. It's a simple text file. You don't require Java knowledge for that. Only key value combinations and just finish. That property files has to be kept at a particular location. It will be automatically picked up. So I'd rather prefer properties. But there are some advantages going for class file as well. Okay, what are those advantages? Anyway, in the examples, I'll tell you what the advantages are, but let me just quickly tell you. Properties file is only text-based. That means we can only have the translated text information and so on. Whereas in class file, you can have images, you can have sound, you can have any kind of data that can be stored, any kind of object. But in properties file, you have to have only text. The keys also text and the values also text. So only the textual data can come in properties file. Inside a class file, you can have any kind of data that you like to store. Okay, any kind of data. Resource bundle isolates local specific data. They have written key value pairs stored separately. Can be a class file or a properties file. I'll be first taking example of properties and then I'll go into the class examples as well. How do you do that? We create a bundle for each local, call specific local from within the application. How to call it, I'll show you. Properties contains set of key value pairs. Key is the code, and value is the local specific translated information for that particular code. Kind of each key identifies specific application component. Say simple thing. You have created a UI on which there is a button called as submit. Now, if I give the label to that button as submit, only English people person will understand what that submit means. Say, so what I'll do is I'll create a key called a submit key, and yeah, I have a button called as search. So I'll say search button label. That's a key I'll create. And in English bundle, I'll say search. That's the label that should get displayed. In Marathi bundle, I'll say Shodha. And in Hindi bundle, I'll say key will remain the same in all the three bundles. Search key, search key, search key. But in English bundle, search key का value रहेगा search. That's the text that should appear on that button. In Marathi bundle, it will say search key, value क्या है उसका शोधा. हिंदी बंडल में सर्च की is the same, value क्या है खोजिए या खोजो, whatever may be the case. So that's how I'll be creating these key values. All the resource bundle, the keys will remain the same, values will be the translated text in that particular language. So menu converted into resource bundle. So I could have a menu saying menu 1 set to English, menu 2. So these are my keys, and values are in that particular language. I should rather put it across in different languages. So it could be French, it could be Chinese, whatever language it is. It provides facilities for storage and retrieval of local specific information. Allows you to support multiple locales in a single application. So I'll create as many locales I would like to support, that many bundles files I'll create, and then on the fly it will pick up the right bundle. Allows you to support additional local easily in future simply by adding more resource bundles. So you had already had a support for 4 and you wanted to provide support for 5th region, just supply one more bundle and your work is done. So we'll see as to how this will actually work. User gives an input, that's your interface code, but this interface, when it is being displayed, it will fetch the right bundle. There can be a bundle for German, there is a bundle for Italian, and this is my default bundle. So user is from a German guy. So from this bundle, it will dynamically pick up the data, showing this particular substitute in the interface. The logic will remain the same, processing code is the same, but the interface will appear according to the German preferences, and the program output will be in the format the user understands. Let us work with these resource bundles first, and then go ahead with the classes that can actually achieve the same result. Watch it, same set of classes. Date hai, local hai, resource bundle hai, date format hai. Here I go. I'm saying final int expect number of arguments are 2. That means I'm expecting you to pass 2 arguments. What are those 2 arguments? First is a language and second is a country that I expect you to pass. I expect you to pass. You may not pass also, but that is what I expect you to pass. Depending on which language and country that you have passed, I'm using this constructor for local, constructing a local object for that particular local, language code and country code. Once this local object has been created, what am I doing? I'm saying message bundle is equal to resource bundle dot get bundle. Bundle का नाम क्या है? Message bundle for the current local. Now, if I'm going to launch this particular application, I go to properties, and in run, I have argument. In argument, I have said AR IQ. AR means Arabic, IQ means Iraq. So I'm saying Arabic as spoken in Iraq. उस हिसाब से मेरा output चाहिए. So language code is AR Arabic, country code is IQ, that is Iraq. So local is for Iraq. So I'm saying resource bundle dot get bundle. कौन सा bundle? Message bundle for Iraq local. Now for message bundle for Iraq local. So here I go, and what am I doing? I'm saying message bundle dot get string. I'm passing the key. I will pass the key, और greeting का key का जो इराक के bundle में value है वो value मिल जाएगा. So let me show you Iraq bundle. So I have a lot of bundles over here. I have some lot of bundles over here. One of this is Iraq bundle. तो Iraq bundle में greetings का value ये है, inquiry का value ये है, farewell का value ये है. On the left hand side are the keys, and the right hand side are all the values. Now this Iraqi is something that we do not understand. So let me go to my default bundle. Greeting क्या है? Hello. So this was hello in Iraqi. Arabic. Inquiry, how are you? So this was how are you in Arabic. Third was bye bye. So ये third वाला bye bye in farewell in Arabic. Welcome, you are welcome. That was in Arabic. And this was the transit. Today, today's date is, that was in Arabic. So that's how I created a bundle. Note the default bundle, that's English bundle, and the Iraqi bundle, Arabic bundle for Iraq. दोनों में keys are exactly the same. What is only changing is the values. So I created simple text files. Now, suppose if I had not passed the bundle, let us run this particular code first. Let me show you the code first, and let us complete the code. So here, I'll give the key. I'm saying message bundle dot get bundle, and which is the message bundle? I'm saying message bundle is a message bundle. Sorry, here I am, message bundle for that particular local. Message bundle for the local. But if you look at my file name, the file name is slightly different. It says message bundle underscore AR underscore IQ properties. So if you look at the file names, they are very different. There is no such file. There is only one file called as message bundle.properties. Otherwise, Iraq ka file, Spain ka file, French ka file, Hindi ka file, Italian ka file, Russian ka file. These are all files with different names. But keep one thing in mind: all the files, the initial part of the name is same. Message bundle, message bundle, message bundle, message bundle. Everywhere the part is same. What follows after that is a language code and country code. That's a naming convention. You could give any name to that particular file. My bundle, message bundle की जगह. That's okay. But उसके आगे आपको underscore language underscore country code ऐसा ही देना होगा. And once you have created this, let's see what will happen. So while I'm running this particular application, let me show you last part of this particular code. That's something which is important. So here I go. I display these 4 messages. So whichever key you give, you get the value. Then I have today's date. We saw local date also we could use. I said df.date format dot get instance. Date format कौन सा है तो short है. So I'm taking local specific format because local तो already know whichever the local is. So today's date message bundle dot get string today. Today बोलेगा आज का date. English में बोलेगा today's date is. So that message will get printed, and in front of the message, I'm going to format my date in that like local specific language. If I run this code, yeah, hello, how are you? I don't know. क्या क्या चल रहा है? Farewell, bye bye, welcome. And the last one that has been displayed, the last message that has been displayed is today's date is, and this is today's date. But then it doesn't make sense because we are not from Arabia. So suppose I do not supply the resource, the country code and this I do not supply. So if I do not supply that, what will happen? In that case, this condition will be false. Argument.length equal to expected number of arguments. You are expecting 2 arguments. You are not passing any argument. So if this condition is false, you will go to the else part. That's my fallback routine. I am going to show you. I'll eliminate this also. So I say message bundle dot get resource bundle dot get bundle, resource bundle dot get bundle, message bundle. So that's my default bundle. Note, I'm not passing any local specific information. So when I do not pass any local specific information, this is the properties file that will take up instead of all this. This is my default. We call them as fallback. That means if the given local is also incorrect bundle, then also this particular bundle should be used. So I say local कौन सा है? Local I'm saying English as spoken in India. That's my default local. And I'm going to print the data as per that particular local. Let's see. Hello, you are welcome. How are you? Bye bye. Today's date is so and so. Look at that. That message translated text and date formatted in English. In the same fashion, suppose if I thought I'm going to run this application, I say Hindi as spoken in India, Hindi as spoken in India, and I run the same application. Let's see. नमस्कार, आपका स्वागत है. क्या हाल है? अलविदा. आज तारीख है. So and so. That has been done. How did we achieve this? We achieved this by using these bundles. Say I come from Russia. I come from Russia. So if I come from Russia, the only thing that I'll do is I'll say Russian as spoken in Russia. Are you? So that's Russian language. तो रशियन लैंग्वेज में यही सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन. दिस इज व्हाट दे एंड उनका चॉइस देखो कैसा शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट में डॉट डॉट करके प्रिंट कर रहे हैं. इफ यू कैन रीड रशियन, टुडेज डेट इज, आई कैन रीड दिस, टुडेज डेट इज, एंड देन इट सेज सो एंड सो. So it is printed in Russian. Now the question is, how do I create these bundles? Not a big issue. Currently I have provided support for Russian, Italian, French, Spanish and so on. So we have not provided support for German. Let's create a German local for this German bundle. So I say new, here I go, I say others, and I have to create a properties file. So I go to others, and it will say which kind of files I would like to have. I'll say I need properties file. Let's see, do we have any property file? Here, there is a properties file. And if you don't find them, just say type, give a file extension as dot properties. So I'm going to give a name as the part of the name should remain the same. SSAG message. I say message bundle dot DE underscore, sorry, dot underscore D underscore DE. Okay, that's the resource bundle file. I'll copy this text as it is from the English file, keep it in the German file. Watch it carefully what I'm doing. Keep it in the German file, and I call the language expert and ask him, अरे बाबा जर्मन में हेलो को क्या कहते हैं? तो जर्मन में हेलो को हालो कहते हैं. What is maybe the case? I don't know. Those who have learned how are you को क्या कहते हैं? I don't know how to pronounce it either. I go here, and if you can pronounce, some of you must have learned German. Huh? ये आ गया. ये क्या हुआ? I copy this and my German farewell के लिए क्या कहते हैं इंग्लिश में? बाय बाय. तो जर्मन में क्या कहते हैं बाय बाय के लिए? अरे बाप रे, Don't rely much on this. Huh? This is general simple code. That's okay. You require really language expert. Otherwise, this will have a different meaning. Sentences आना शुरू हो जाए तो. And today's date is you have to be grammatically correct as well. So you could meet a language expert. ये cost cutting के लिए don't rely too much on Google. Here we have created a German file. Now since I have created a German file, that's a German local file message bundle underscore DE. That has got is the spelling correct? MESSAGES. Rename करना होगा messages. So the file name has to be exactly the same. Messages bundle create. So these are all messages that we have now. कौन कौन से लैंग्वेजेस में है? डिफॉल्ट में इंग्लिश है अपना, फ्रेंच है, रशियन है, इटालियन है, स्पेनिश है, अरेबिक है, जर्मन है, हिंदी एंड सो ऑन. Now while I run the application, I'm now gonna pass German locality information. So if I pass German local information, I can say DE as spoken in DE. If I do that, let me run the application. So if I run the application now, output should be in German. Yeah, there it goes. Application output in German. Look at the format is different. Huh? Short format in German is different. Okay, so let's go ahead to the next example. In the next example, I have local for Hindi and local for Italian. That's my default bundle. 3 bundles मैंने create किए. Let me also show you what's there in those bundles. तो bundle जो है मेरा, इस बार I plan to create files. A Java files है. If you look at this, here what I had was dot properties file, text files. Now I'm not going to have text files. I'm going to have some files. Java files is what I'm going to have for each bundle. So when I'm talking this file, these files extend resource bundle, and the other one takes in simple resource bundle. Okay, now what is this simple resource bundle? What is this resource bundle? Let me just take you an example, explain you about this classes first, and then I'll come. So we can, instead of the properties file, we can use class files. I said there is one advantage of going for class file, and the only advantages or the biggest advantages of going for class file is you can have any kind of data inside it. You can have any objects as a key. Key can be anything. Key can normally be string, but value can be any object. You can have a date class object. You can have a image. You can have video. You can have any object. In Java, any object we can have it over here as a value. In the properties file, you saw the key and value both were only text. In this case, the key and the value, key to chhodi do, but the key you can take, you can make any immutable data. But value can be of any type. So any kind of data I can store there. I want your photo, digital image object to be stored. That's also possible. I'll take some simple object. Point is any object. So I'll take some date object and number object. I'll take wrapper classes. But if I can use one object, you can use any other object at that particular place. You can use set of classes to contain your resources. Right now we had properties files to contain our resources. Now we're going to have class files to contain our resources. Using classes, you can use more than just string values. So in properties file, you had fixed keys that are strings and values were only strings. But in properties file, in the classes, you can have keys which are strings, okay. But values can be any value, not just strings. You can have any kind of value. Like with property file, you can create set of classes with bundle base name and language suffix. Example, I had my class bundle is the base name. Package name I188 है. और दूसरा दिया my class bundle underscore Hindi. My class bundle underscore English, my class bundle underscore German, D German, EN English, HI Hindi. So that's the class names. That's how they will change. Package name is all the same. They are all at the same place. The bundles contain local specific object. I'm going to show you a complex way and a simpler way. I'll just show you, but I'll go ahead right from the scratch how it can be done. When your program needs a local specific resource, a string for example, your program can load it from the resource bundle that is appropriate for the current user local. So कौन सा bundle select करना है? We had used that method called as get bundle, resource bundle dot get bundle, and we passed the bundle ka base name, current local. It picked up the right properties file. Likewise, here it will pick up the right class file. You can retrieve an object from the resource bundle using appropriate getter method. Remember, we said message bundle dot get string, and we in this example, if you remember, what did I do? Here I said message bundle dot get string, and I passed the key and I got the corresponding string. So likewise over here, we'll be using appropriate getter method to get the any object which is associated with that particular string. There are some subclasses of this resource bundle. One of them is list resource bundle. This list resource bundle is an abstract class of resource abstract subclass of resource bundle that manages resources of locale in a convenient, easy to use list. So this resource bundle will make our job easy. I can do without list resource bundle also only by using resource bundle. I'm going to show you both the mechanisms. Subclass must override get content and provide an array wherein each item in the array is a pair of object. Very simple. We have to just create an array. We have to create a method. We have to override method get content, and we have to provide an array of object. And this array of object we have key value combinations. Okay, two-dimensional array is what we'll create, in which you have key value combination. You pass the key, you will get the value. So we just have to create that array, and to get that array object, we have this method called as get content to specify which is that object which stores the information. The first element in each pair is a key, which must be a string. That means keys are strings, and second element is the value associated with that key. So key has to be string, but the value can be of any type. Literally any type of value you can use in Java. We also have property resource bundle. Now it's a subclass of resource bundle that manages resources for a locale using set of static strings from a properties file. Say you have a properties file, and from the property file you would like to read the data, get into the memory inside this class file, and then you would proceed further. So property resource bundle comes to your rescue. Unlike other types of resource bundle, you don't subclass property resource bundle. You don't subclass. It's a concrete class. We'll directly use it. Instead, you supply properties file containing the resource data. That means the file that we had will be supplied as a parameter. It will read the key values from that particular file, create a properties object, and inside that properties object we'll have this key value everything inside the memory. Resource bundle get bundle will automatically look out for the appropriate property file and create a property resource bundle that refers to it. So if you look at this example, I'm going to let us start with directly an example. Why go ahead with this example? Let us directly go ahead with an example. Here I go now. This was the first one. Now look at this. What do I do? I now say, here I go. I'm saying my locale is Japan. Resource bundle RB filal null hai. So I am doing resource bundle right now. I'm saying rgs.len expected number of arguments equal hai kya? Agar hai, so I'm creating a locale based on the language that you have specified. Only language. If I pass only one parameter, that's for language. But if this condition is false, so in that case, anyway, my locale is Japan locale to hai by default. Locale by default Japan hai. अगर आपने लैंग्वेज कंट्री पास किया तो आपका लोकल, अदरवाइज जापानीज लोकल तो है ही. दैट्स द डिफॉल्ट. I say resource bundle dot get bundle, simple resource bundle. That's the name of my class. So if I show you the class name, simple resource bundle, simple resource bundle, simple. The base name is exactly the same, but then it has been prefixed with a language code HI, IT, so on. I don't have Japan, so let me get rid of it. Let me say Italy. Italy is one that I have specified. So I say Italy. Nowadays, Italy is known for some not for good reasons. We all are scary, but anyway. Local.italy. Okay. Infamous for Corona, but they are not too, what can they do? Local is equal to local.italy. I have this particular local. And if you pass your local, that's good. But if you do not pass, then it is a Italy local that will be taken into consideration. Here we go. Resource bundle.get bundle. I'm giving the base name and the local. Since I give local as Italy, it will correctly pick up this class file. It will correctly pick up this class file. It will correctly pick up this class file. I'll come to it, what that class file contains. And then what do I say? I say rb.getString, aim message, rb.getString, pm message. So these are my keys. So when I say aim message, so I would like to have aim message in Italian, pm message, uska corresponding value jo Italian mein wo mujhe aana chahiye, and that is what I would like to print. I'm just taking a simple case of printing this particular data. I'm just printing this particular data. But then what is stored in this simple resource bundle file? Let me show you. So we have this simple resource bundle file. Watch it carefully. Yeah? Simple resource bundle extends resource bundle. So this simple resource bundle is a subtype of resource bundle. Extend means uska super class hai aage ka. So simple bundle ka super type kaun hai? To resource bundle. Resource bundle is predefined class in Java. Resource bundle is a predefined class in Java. Simple resource bundle is our own class. So here. Resource bundle contains local specific object. When your program needs a local specific resource, a string, for example, your program can load it from the resource bundle that is approved for the current locale, and so on. That means you give the key, it will give you the values, and then it has given us some information as to naam kaise dena chahiye and so on. So I have a class whose name is simple resource bundle. Watch it very carefully because I'm going to extend this class again, inherit from this class. I say private key, मेरा keys क्या है? दो ही keys है मेरे पास, AM and PM message. These are the only two keys that I have. Okay, I just use a string, AM message and PM message. These are only two strings that I have. Important thing is, okay, you may find this weird, but then I'm going to change this thing as I go ahead. I have a method called as handle and get object. Note I'm saying override. That means this method comes from this particular class called as simple resource bundle. So this simple resource bundle provides us a method called as handle resource bundle. The simple resource bundle, if you look at, is an abstract class. Look at that note. It's an abstract class. If you look at this note, it is an abstract class. Watch it. It's an abstract class. This class is an abstract class. So if it's an abstract class, somebody will have to implement this particular class. And who's going to implement that particular class? We are implementing. So simple resource bundle, extends resource bundle, overrides the method called as handle and get object. I pass the key. I currently means we are going to pass the string. So I'm saying key equals AM message. अगर AM message है तो return good morning. And key equals PM message. अगर ये key है तो return good evening. तो अगर आपका key AM है तो good morning return कीजिएगा. And मैंने कहा return object है, string नहीं कह रहा हूँ. Because I could return any object from here. Currently I'm using string, but I could return any object over here. And Java में for every class the supermost class is object. So I'm saying key dot equal AM message है तो return this particular string, और keys dot equal PM message है तो return this particular string. अरे बट ये key क्या है? Whatever key that you pass. But that's not all. Here I create a enumeration of string, constant string constant. That's a method that I'll write. So you may find अरे ये बहुत complex होते जा रहा है. Don't worry, I'm going to show you a simpler way. There's a method called as getKeys, which returns enumeration of strings. And what do? I say arrays.asList keys. तो ये जो मेरा keys है, ये जो मेरे keys है, इनको मैं list में convert कर रहा हूँ. Arrays.asList key, it will give me list of keys. It will give me list of keys. And I say collection.enumeration key. You may find, since we have not yet discussed collection framework, you may find this thing weird. Just hold on. This is one option for you. I'm going to show you a simpler option also, which is available. But this is what you will write. And what is the key content? For a moment, you just say, you will copy this. What is this key contains? All the keys that you have, all the strings. So from this string, from this keys string, what am I doing is I'm creating a list of strings and I'm converting that list into an enumeration. But this is no choice for us because this getKey method, which comes to us we have written this method, but it has been inherited from the resource bundle class, because I'm saying at the rate override, that means it comes from resource bundle and it's abstract, so we'll have to implement that particular method. So we are implementing method and it returning enumeration of key list. For a moment, you assume, now after this topic I will be talking about collection framework, you understand this better, but assume करो कि ऐसा ही कुछ करना होगा. These are the code that we'll have to write. So you pass the key, get the list of keys, and then collection.enumeration. ये जो list है इसे हमने enumeration में convert किया है. This will convert list to an enumeration and this will convert that string to a list of strings. That's how it has done. For a moment you can just copy it as it is, because anyway you will have these keys one after another, and here you just have to pass the key. The rest of the things will be done by this code automatically. Assume karo for a moment. Now it was too much for us, but then let me talk about Italian bundle. Now in Italian bundle I have only handled this particular message. कौन सा? Handle and get object. Here I had this method handle and get object. Here also I have handle method get an object, and I say key dot equal AM message है तो AM message in Italian, PM message है तो PM message Italian, और message AM और PM के अलावा कुछ है तो null is what I'm going to return. Okay, let us look at Hindi bundle. अगर AM message है तो नमस्कार, अगर PM message है तो स्वागत या राम राम कहना है आपको. What you would like to say? It's your choice. What you would like to say. So we just have to override these methods in our own locale. But only the default locale जो था आपका default fallback locale था, वहाँ आपको दो methods को override करना होगा, this as well as this. And in this Hindi locale, Hindi bundle, I'm saying Italian class. Look at the base name remains the same, underscore IT for Italian extends this. So when I say extend simple resource bundle, obviously this method that we have written will automatically come over there. Likewise Hindi locale also extends simple resource bundle. तो ये जो मेथड आपका यहाँ था, ये मेथड हिंदी बंडल में भी ऑटोमेटिकली आ ही जाएगा. आपने इसे ओवरराइड किया है, बट दैट वन मेथड यू हैव स्पेसिफाइड ओनली इन द सुपर क्लास एंड दैट विल ऑटोमेटिकली गेट इनहेरिटेड इनटू ऑल द सब क्लासेस. ओके, सो डोंट गेट स्केयर्ड ओनली बाय लुकिंग एट दिस सिंटैक्स. इट जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट, ऐसा ही करो सम फॉर अ मोमेंट. and there is a simple method which returns any kind of object. Currently I have written string class objects. की चेक करना है कि अगर ये है तो ये मेथड को कॉल करना है. That's how simple it is. Now let's come back to our example. When I said rb.getString a message, अब मेरा लोकल समझो इटालियन था, तो इस इटालियन बंडल में दिस handle get object method internally get called. A message है तो bona martina what it is, PM message है तो bona sera whatever it is, it will get printed. So let's go to, and I'm going to show you better and simpler way also, don't worry, but you'll understand this as we go ahead, you don't have to worry. I say Italian, IT, language is what I code I give, IT. So if I say IT, ये Italian message आ गया. अरे at the same time if I say Hindi, run करते समय अगर मेरा लोकल हिंदी है, and if I run the code now, if I run the code, नमस्कार स्वागत, whatever it is, a code that has now got displayed. Okay, so we saw very for a moment looks complex, too much responsibility onto us, but एक क्लास है आपको, ये जो आपका बंडल है विदाउट एनी सफिक्स है, देखो इसके आगे आई एन बी एन कुछ नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? बिकॉज एट टाइम्स यूजर में दिस इज माय फॉल बैक लोकल. दैट मीन्स अगर गलत लोकल दिया, हाउ मेनी लोकल्स वी हैव हिंदी एंड वी हैव इटालियन ना, एंड व्हाइल आई एम रनिंग व्हाट आई डू, मैं हिंदी भी नहीं पास कर रहा हूँ, इटालियन भी नहीं पास कर रहा हूँ, मैंने कहा रशियन चाहिए. अरे रशियन का तो फाइल ही नहीं मेरे पास. सो इफ आई डू नॉट हैव रशियन लोकल फाइल, लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस. इट सेज गुड मॉर्निंग गुड इवनिंग. हाउ डिड दिस हैपन? मैंने तो दिया ही नहीं रशियन फाइल, तो इंग्लिश में कैसे आ गया? दैट्स माय फॉल बैक लोकल जिसमें कोई प्रीफिक्स नहीं है. तो इन दिस केस व्हाट विल हैपन व्हेन यू कम टू दिस एग्जांपल, मैंने तो इटालियन लोकल बाय डिफॉल्ट दिया था, बट ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है, ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है, तो इटालियन लोकल के लिए आंसर लेना चाहिए था. इट शुड हैव गिवन मी फॉर इटालियन लोकल, बट दैट डिड नॉट हैपन. दैट डिड नॉट हैपन. व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस कंडीशन वाज फॉल्स. आपने यहाँ क्या दिया? रशियन दिया. रशियन के लिए लोकल नहीं मिलेगा, तो लोकल का वैल्यू क्या जाएगा? व्हेन आई स्पेसिफाई एक्सपेक्ट नंबर ऑफ आर्गुमेंट, आपने आर्गुमेंट पास किया है, गलत पास किया है, तो रशियन लोकल आर यू कह रहे आप, बट रशियन लोकल का ऑब्जेक्ट बन गया. आपने रशियन लोकल यहाँ पास किया. लिसन टू वेरी केयरफुली, यू हैव पास रशियन लोकल, but do you have bundle class file for Russian local? We have Hindi local and Italian local. So when that file is not found, the bundle for that particular local is not found, it will go to this fallback local. But suppose मैंने local कोई भी दिया ही नहीं, I did not supply any language, Russian भी नहीं दिया, then what would happen? Then हमने एक default local दिया था Italian, वो आ रहा है. Hi, why? Because आपने by default local Italian दिया था. अगर ये condition false है तो local Italian रहेगा. बट अगर लोकल आपने ऐसा दिया विच इज है ही नहीं आपके पास फाइल, देन इट इज गोना फॉल बैक इन द सिंपल रिसोर्स बंडल. यानी हिंदी देते हैं, इट इज गोना सर्च इन अ फाइल कॉल्ड एज सिंपल रिसोर्स बंडल अंडरस्कोर एचआई. इटालियन देते हैं लोकल, तो इन दैट केस इट इज गोना सर्च इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फाइल सफिक्स्ड विद अंडरस्कोर आईटी. जर्मन या स्पेनिश दे दिया, देयर इज नो फाइल, नो क्लास फॉर इट, देन इट विल गो ऑन टू दिस फॉल बैक लोकल. तो हमारे पास ये बेस लोकल, बेस एक फाइल चाहिए विच इज माय फॉल बैक. यानी अगर आपने जो लोकल स्पेसिफाई किया वो ना मिले, so this is the local the file on which it has to fall back. Let's look at a simpler one. I have a file in which I create a local that is EN, that is English as spoken in Great Britain. Okay, as spoken in Great Britain. I say resource bundle get bundle in.impedance.its.i18 my bundle. That's my bundle का complete name. Local. Now what I'm going to do is, मैंने कहा डेसिमल फॉर्मेट डॉट गेट करेंसी इंस्टेंस फॉर द लोकल, यानी जो आपका लोकल रहेगा, लोकल का ऑब्जेक्ट कौन है मेरा फिलहाल, इंग्लिश एज स्पोकन इन ग्रेट ब्रिटेन है, ये छोड़ दो फॉर अ मोमेंट. इंग्लिश एज स्पोकन, ईएन इज इंग्लिश, जीबी इज ग्रेट ब्रिटेन, तो वो मेरा लोकल है. तो आई गेट करेंसी फॉर्मेट फॉर करेंसी इंस्टेंस फॉर ग्रेट ब्रिटेन, दैट्स द फॉर्मेट. एंड आई से बंडल डॉट गेट ऑब्जेक्ट प्राइस. So when I get this price, I'm going to format this price as per the German, as per the English preferences. Then I say bundle.get object currency, bundle.get object. Look at that, get object. In the last example, we said get string, get string. I'm now saying get object. I say currency, I should get the value of the currency. I say get object, I'm saying get. मुझे date का object मिलना चाहिए. So this is different now. This example is different. As I go further, I say date format.get date instance, format full फॉर द करंट लोकल. यानी आपका जो लोकल रहेगा उसके लिए ये फॉर्मेट में डेट फॉर्मेट ऑब्जेक्ट ले लो, और आपने ये जो बंडल कहने पर जो डेट डिस्प्ले किया था, ये डायरेक्टली डिस्प्ले किया था. दैट्स नॉट द वे टू डिस्प्ले द डेट. आई एम सेइंग डेट फॉर्मेट डॉट फॉर्मेट, ये आपका जो बंडल डॉट गेट ऑब्जेक्ट डेट, यही मेथड है. दिस इज द कॉल दैट आई एम गिविंग. ये जो ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न किया जाएगा, इट विल रिटर्न ऑब्जेक्ट. ऑब्जेक्ट इज सुपरमास्क क्लास फॉर ऑल ऑब्जेक्ट्स, बट हमें मालूम है डेट क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट डेट है, तो उसे मैंने कास्ट किया एज डेट. सुपर क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट को सब क्लास में कास्ट किया, डेट टाइप में कन्वर्ट कर लिया, एंड फॉर्मेट करके अपने लोकल के हिसाब से उसे प्रिंट करूंगा, ये डेट फॉर्मेटेड स्ट्रिंग डेट आई प्रिंट। लेटर माई लोकल इज हिंदी सपोज, तो ऐसे गेट बंडल कौन सा, तो बेस मेरा बंडल का नाम वही है, द वन दैट आई हैड गिवन ओवर हियर, द बेस नेम इज द सेम, द ओनली थिंग दैट इज चेंजिंग इज द लोकल। नेक्स्ट आई से बंडल डॉट गेट ऑब्जेक्ट प्राइस, अरे इट्स द सेम कोड दैट आई हैव रिटर्न, बट दिस टाइम व्हेन आई से प्राइस आई गेट द वैल्यू दैट्स एन ऑब्जेक्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ टाइप ऑब्जेक्ट, बट ऑब्जेक्ट को मैंने सबकास्ट में टाइप कास्ट किया डबल, बिकॉज में वो डबल वैल्यू है। आई गेट द प्राइस, और इस प्राइस को फॉर्मेट करके मैं प्रिंट करना चाहूंगा, तो आई कंस्ट्रक्ट अ करेंसी फॉर्मेट ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर हिंदी लोकल, इंडियन लोकल। आई गेट दैट नंबर फॉर्मेट ऑब्जेक्ट एंड नंबर फॉर्मेट डॉट फॉर्मेट करके प्राइस प्रिंट करूंगा, तो इंडियन लोकल के हिसाब से वो प्राइस प्रिंट हो जाएगा विद द करेंसी सिंबल। Then I say bundle dot get object currency. That's not that's also okay. Currency मैंने print कर लिया directly. Currency print कर लिया because currency तो मैंने वहाँ store किया हुआ है. But then date को अगर print करना है तो I get the date format object first for the current local, and then I say bundle dot get object date. Once I get the date, I format that date as per your local and then print the date. So let me run this particular code. So as I run this particular code, look at the output. पहले amount is 10 pounds. Okay, pound, yeah, pound, British, they are no more a part of European Union. अगर यूरोपियन यूनियन में होते तो यूरो आ जाता, अभी नहीं है तो पाउंड कहा हमें, तो 10 पाउंड्स, करेंसी पाउंड है उनका भी, यूरो नहीं है। सैटरडे अप्रैल सो एंड सो, IST सो एंड सो, तो एज पर द ब्रिटिश लोकल द डेटा हैज गॉट डिस्प्लेड, बट माई टाइम तो इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम का है, तो वी हैव नॉट चेंज द टाइम जोन, बट इट हैज डिस्प्लेड इन इंग्लिश वॉट एवर हैज टू बी डिस्प्लेड। तो डेट को मैंने फॉर्मेट करके प्रिंट किया, सैटरडे फुल जो डेट फॉर्मेट करके df डॉट फॉर्मेट में प्रिंट किया, तो सैटरडे 11 अप्रैल 2020 करके प्रिंट किया, यहाँ डेट ऑब्जेक्ट प्रिंट किया था डायरेक्टली, दैट्स नॉट वेरी गुड। तो ये तो डिफॉल्ट डेट ऑब्जेक्ट बिना फॉर्मेट के प्रिंट हुआ, यहाँ डेट फॉर्मेट को प्रिंट करके प्रिंट किया, देन इट हैज प्रिंटेड। ना यहाँ देखिए ₹75, करेंसी देखो चेंज हो गया रुपीस, करेंसी कौन सा है आपका, रुपये है, डेट क्या है शनिवार 11 अप्रैल 2020, so things have correctly formatted and got printed. So now let me show you the files. So if you look at this file, मेरे पास English bundle है, this is far more simple. So last code you may get scared, but this is far more simple. I have an array of two-dimensional array of an object. There is an content method which returns array of object, और इसमें क्या है, pair है, first row, second row, third row. This is far more simple for you to understand. This is my key, this is my value, this is my key, this is my value, this is my key, this is my value. Note why is this good? Because I return integer type of object, I return string type of object, and I return date type of object. You can return image object, you can return sound object, you can return video object, you can return any kind of object. Yani your key can be a key and value can be anything. Here integer, here string, here date class object. So if somebody says get date कहता है, get date means if somebody says here bundle dot get object, so when you say get object date, you're going to get date object. Get object currency, you're going to get string object. When you get get object price, I'm going to get double object, double object, auto boxing object किया जाएगा, and I just have to have another method called as get content. वो बताता है आपका कौन सा array है जिसमें localized information stored है. Is it not in simple now as compared to simple resource bundle that we took? But this class implements list resource bundle. The first example it implemented इसका super type, that was resource bundle. So we said simple resource bundle extends resource bundle. Now I'm using another subclass called as list resource bundle, where those two complex methods that we saw, handle and get content, that they have been now been overridden. They have been somehow changed. So we have an array inside this two-dimensional array. This we have a method which returns an array. In this array, we have to give your key value combination. Your key has to be strings. Note कीजिएगा date, currency, price. Key has to be string. Value can be any object. You can write some additional code over here to construct some object, and that object can be returned. Whatever object you would like to return, you can return that object. And you have to have another method called as get content, which will return this array name. तो ये array को आपको return करना है, बस. This is what you have to do. List resource bundle is what I have used. Likewise, I have Hindi bundle. हिंदी बंडल में कंटेंट्स है, प्राइस दिया मैंने ₹75 दिया, करेंसी डेट दिया मैंने, डेट क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट, हियर आई कुड हैव गिवन दिस 75, दैट्स अ डेट क्लास फॉर्मेट है. इसे भी मैं लोकल स्पेसिफिक फॉर्मेट में फॉर्मेट करके प्रिंट कर सकता था, मैंने सिर्फ करेंसी फॉर्मेट लिया, करेंसी के साथ मैं उसे और भी डिजिट को भी हैंडल कर सकता था, बट आई जस्ट एंड देन गेट कंटेंट मेथड, वही रिटर्न कंटेंट्स, नथिंग स्पेशल. लाइकवाइज आई हैव ओनली 2 बंडल्स आई हैव गिवन, एक इंग्लिश दिया है मैंने और एक हिंदी दिया है. हियर आई गो. So I have given English and Hindi bundle. I do not have any German bundle that I have given. Now, since I have not given any bundle, so in this case I have not changed it runtime, but I'm just showing you how to work with, how to create that subclass. So this class is far more simple. What I'm saying, my bundle underscore hi, my bundle name एक ही रहना चाहिए, my bundle, यहाँ भी my bundle, यहाँ en है तो यहाँ hi है. Extends list resource bundle. Now list resource bundle happens to be a subclass of your resource bundle. Last time what we used is this resource bundle, and here the example has been given. Key में क्या आ सकता है, value में क्या आ सकता है. You can have any kind of value. Get content नाम का मेथड होना चाहिए जो array of object रिटर्न करेगा, और इस array of object को आपने डिफाइन करके रखना है, इसमें जो कुछ की वैल्यू चाहिए आपको दे के रखना है, and so on. So when I go here, what have I done? I said get bundle dot get object price. So when I said price, I got 10, but 10 has a double value. तो डबल टाइप क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट है, तो ये डबल प्राइस आ गया. मैंने कहा नंबर फॉर्मेट डॉट फॉर्मेट प्राइस, तो नंबर फॉर्मेट कौन सा था, करेंसी इंस्टेंस था, तो ये प्राइस उस करेंसी के हिसाब से प्रिंट हो गया. प्राइस हैज बीन प्रिंटेड एज पर दैट पर्टिकुलर करेंसी. करेंसी के साथ प्रिंट हुआ, करेंसी के पास साथ प्रिंट हुआ. तो करेंसी मैंने दोबारा कहा गेट बंडल डॉट गेट ऑब्जेक्ट करेंसी. तो व्हेन आई सेड करेंसी, तो करेंसी में स्ट्रिंग आ गया, एंड दैट स्ट्रिंग गॉट प्रिंटेड हियर डायरेक्टली. Next time I say get bundle dot get object date. When I say date, it return you date class object. तो ये डेट क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट आपने यहाँ डायरेक्टली प्रिंट किया. दैट वाज नॉट वेरी गुड. डेट क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट डायरेक्टली प्रिंट करना अच्छी बात नहीं थी. तो हमने क्या किया, डेट फॉर्मेट से कहा फुल एज पर द इंग्लिश लोकल एक फॉर्मेट बनाया. फिर डेट फॉर्मेट डॉट फॉर्मेट, ये जो डेट ऑब्जेक्ट उसने रिटर्न किया था वही डेट ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने कास्ट किया एज डेट. फॉर्मेट मेथड में ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं पास कर सकते डेट, और वो जो स्ट्रिंग आ गया दैट फॉर्मेटेड स्ट्रिंग हैज बीन प्रिंटेड. And since I have printed that formatted string, if you look at the output, ये आ गया आपका फुल फॉर्मेट में सैटरडे अप्रैल सो एंड सो. वैसे यह शनिवार 11 अप्रैल 2020. हाउ वॉच इट हियर, बंडल डॉट गेट ऑब्जेक्ट डेट. व्हेन आई से डेट, हिंदी का बंडल का ये निकल जाएगा, डेट क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट आ जाएगा. डेट क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट आ गया. डेट क्लास का आता नहीं है बिकॉज ऑब्जेक्ट मेथड का रिटर्न टाइप ऑब्जेक्ट है. तो ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने डाउनकास्ट कर लिया है डेट. सुपर क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट को सब क्लास में ले लिया बिकॉज डेट क्लास का भी सुपर क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट ही है. देखो डेट क्लास एक्सटेंड्स ऑब्जेक्ट, तो सुपर क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट को सब क्लास में कास्ट कर लिया बिकॉज आपको मालूम है डेट रिटर्न्स डेट क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट. एंड फॉर्मेट मेथड में आपने डेट क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट पास किया, तो डेट फॉर्मेट वाज फॉर हिंदी फुल फॉर्मेट एंड दैट स्ट्रिंग हैज बीन प्रिंटेड. सो दिस लिस्ट रिसोर्स बंडल को अगर आप एक्सटेंड करोगे तो कोड बिकम्स वेरी वेरी सिंपल. आपको एक मेथड लिखना है, आपको एक एरे डिफाइन करना है, मेथड नहीं, सॉरी आई एम गॉन रॉन्ग. एक ही मेथड लिखना है, गेट कंटेंट विच विल रिटर्न दिस एरे ऑब्जेक्ट. तो कंटेंट इज नॉट अ मेथड, सॉरी आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी. कंटेंट इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट, एरे ऑब्जेक्ट. इस एरे में क्या है, की वैल्यू की वैल्यू की वैल्यू. एक ऑब्जेक्ट है जो आपको रिटर्न करना है, एरे ऑब्जेक्ट है जो आपको रिटर्न करना है. तो एरे ऑब्जेक्ट को मैंने इनिशियलाइज किया है, इनिशियलाइज दिस एरे विथ की वैल्यू की वैल्यू की वैल्यू. यू हैव, sorry, I cannot write anything over here. I cannot write anything over here. Anything over here is some statements. I'll have to do that computation beforehand. And फिर ये array, एक array object बनाना होगा, और this array object has to be written. Array object has to be written. That's how simple it is. English bundle में भी ये array object है. इस array के अंदर के 3 rows है, की वैल्यू की वैल्यू की वैल्यू. आपको एक मेथड लिखना है गेट कंटेंट्स. आपके array का नाम क्या है, array का नाम समझो यहाँ C था, A था, तो यहाँ आपको A रिटर्न करना है. That's how simple it is. अगर वो कंटेंट है, नाम कुछ भी दे सकते थे, नथिंग मैटर. ये गेट कंटेंट से इसलिए मैं कंटेंट कह रहा हूँ. दैट्स हाउ इट इज. लेट्स गो अहेड विद वन मोर एग्जांपल. वी सॉ लिस्ट रिसोर्स बंडल. नाउ लेट मी टेक यू टू अनदर सब क्लास कॉल्ड एज प्रॉपर्टीज रिसोर्स बंडल. तो इफ यू लुक एट दिस फाइल हियर अगेन आई हैव प्रॉपर्टीज फाइल. ग्रीटिंग्स, हेलो, हाउ आर यू, बाय बाय, डिफॉल्ट बंडल, एक अरेबिक बंडल और एक हिंदी बंडल. वेलकम में से आपका स्वागत है. इंक्वायरी, क्या हाल है, हाल तो अभी अच्छा है. फेयरवेल, नमस्कार, वॉट एवर इट इज. तो ये हिंदी बंडल है, एक अरेबिक बंडल है, एक डिफ़ॉल्ट बंडल है, एक डिफ़ॉल्ट बंडल है, फॉल बैक बंडल है. अरे प्रॉपर्टीज़ फाइल है, तो प्रॉपर्टीज़ फाइल है तो अगेन विल आपने पहले कोड के जैसे लिखना होगा कि हमें प्रॉपर्टीज़ फाइल से फेच करना है क्या. नो, आई एम गोना डू प्रॉपर्टीज़ फाइल से वी आर गोना डू समथिंग डिफरेंट नाउ. व्हाट इज दैट आई एम गोना डू. तो इफ यू लुक एट दिस कोड, आई एम गोना यूज another type. I am going to use a class. Let me discuss the simpler version first. This I'll discuss later. After we finish with collection forward, let me take the simpler method. Here I go. So I say args equal to 1 चाहिए. एक आर्गुमेंट आपको पास करना है, आपका लैंग्वेज बताना है आपको कौन सा है. रन में आपने बताया माई बंडल हिंदी डॉट प्रॉपर्टीज, तो आप अपने प्रॉपर्टीज कौन सी बंडल को यूज करना है आप बता रहे हैं. तो अगर आपने प्रॉपर्टीज बताया, लेट मी जस्ट से हिंदी, सपोज लेट मी जस्ट से हिंदी, आर्ग्यूमेंट्स में आई जस्ट से हिंदी, सपोज इफ आई से ओनली हिंदी, लेंथ अगर 1 है तो लोकल आपने हिंदी लोकल का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया। देन आई से प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल, प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल प्री डिफाइंड क्लास, मेरा नहीं है, प्री डिफाइंड जावा का क्लास है। प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल, आई एम सेइंग प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल डॉट गेट बंडल, स्टैटिक मेथड है। प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल, अपने क्लास का नाम प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल नहीं है, अपने इट कम्स फ्रॉम यूटिल पैकेज प्रॉपर्टीज रिसोर्स बंडल। सो आई एम सेइंग प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल बंडल गेट बंडल माय बंडल, ये अपना बेस नेम है, माय बंडल इज द बेस नेम। लोकल, लोकल मेरा हिंदी है, तो लोकल हिंदी है तो इन तीनों में से ये वाली फाइल पिकअप की जाएगी। एंड देन द रिसोर्स फाइल हैज बीन क्रिएटेड, रिसोर्स बंडल हैज बीन क्रिएटेड एंड ऐसे रिसोर्स डॉट गेट स्ट्रिंग, जो आप की वैल्यू दोगे उसका वैल्यू आते जाएगा। फेयरवेल कहा, लाइक द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल, हेलो नमस्कार क्या है, अलविदा आपका स्वागत है। तो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? हियर आई सी अ प्रॉपर्टी रिसोर्स बंडल डॉट गेट बंडल एंड द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल दैट वी हैड टेकन, in the first example that we had taken, the only difference that we did over here was we said resource bundle dot get bundle. Anyway super class resource bundle ही है properties resource bundle का, तो super class से वो मेथड आ ही जाएगा। तो मैं वंडरिंग फिर सर आपने क्या खास किया, आप resource bundle से भी काम कर सकते थे, तो why did we use the subtype properties resource bundle? There is something more to it, but it's not the right time for me to discuss because these notations will be a bit scary for you right now. After I discuss this bit of generic code, then I'll come to this mechanism of reading. But point is property resource bundle से भी काम कर सकते हैं आप, या फिर आप list resource bundle से भी काम कर सकते हैं। You can work with list resource bundle as well. What we saw in the last but one code, we saw this list resource bundle. So that's how you could work around with the resource bundles, and we can localize our applications. So we saw implementation, okay, we saw resource bundles, we saw list resource bundle as well as property resource bundle, both the things we have seen. Tomorrow if you work with any language, forget about Java, आप Python में काम करो, आप .NET में काम करो, you work in any language, these concepts are important because today we live in a world where your applications are going to be accessed by multiple places. So you have to design the application from the ground in a very different way. Otherwise normally over here I could have just printed a message saying good morning, yeah आप कैसे हो, Ram Ram, but that will not do now. You just have to write the code in a different fashion using this, plus that formats and local what we saw. So those kind of coding style actually changes. Efforts are more, one-time efforts hai. In future you do not have to worry about it. So that's the beauty of going in for this localization and internationalization. Decision has to be taken very early while you start think about creating an application. Later you cannot localize an application. Abhi main filhal bana दूं और बाद में localize कर दूं. That's never going to happen in Java or any other language. You have to think about this beforehand. Your development time will increase, but then in future you don't have to bother about any language. It will work seamlessly for any new language that you would like to support or any region that you would like to support.